Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. So, here I am with my lecture number 9 of Elementary Economics class 9th. Students, in this video we are discussing about chapter number 3, that is an economy, its sectors, basic concepts and entities. Just already I have made 2 videos for this chapter and this is my third video. Just in my previous video, I have discussed the many differences were there between the primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. We have discussed also the definition of human wants and its features. So in this chapter, in this video, we will be covering the leftover topics of this chapter. So let's proceed to our topic number 1, that is formation of wants. Now we have already discussed the meaning of human wants. Let's quickly revise what is the meaning of this term. Wants means when you desire to purchase some commodity, when you are willing to purchase some commodity, when desire to purchase some commodity and you are also willing to purchase that commodity, and plus you have the ability, you can also pay for the price of that product, then the want will be termed as a human wants. So I hope so that the definition is very much clear to you. For detailed explanation you can see my previous video. Now, how the wants are formed, how wants are originated. So it can be grouped into 3 parts. First is physical needs. The wants arises because of the physical needs. The first arrival of the wants is because of the need of physical needs. So for example, suppose when one is hungry, so one wants food. Because why one wants foods? Because one is hungry. We are wanting something because of our physical needs. Suppose when one wants shelter, one wants housing, so we have to protect ourselves. Just for that we need shelter, so that arises the want of housing. So when whatever want we need, just because for the our physical survival, that will be termed as physical needs. So the wants which are formed for satisfying our physical needs can be termed in this group. Suppose you want to get an efficient job, so for that purpose you want the need of an education, so that will be termed as a physical need, the need which are very important for your survival, that will be grouped in this category, survival. So the second category is pleasant sensations. Now after satisfying all the physical needs, means the needs which are very much essential for your survival, now the pleasant sensations are there. Now these needs are not physically needed, these are not very essential, but they are pleasant to have. Means that if you will have, you will be very pleasant, you will be very happy to have such needs fulfilled, but they are not physically very important, that if you will not get that need, if your need is not fulfilled, so you will not be able to live. Of course you will be able to live, but if they are satisfied, you will be very happy. So they are not physically needed. For example, delicious food rather than tasteless food. So of course the tasteless food also you can make you alive, just can make you live. So it doesn't matter that whether the food is tasteless or delicious, so you are able to live, so that is a physical need. But when you want delicious food rather than tasteless food, so that arises the need for the pleasant sensations, means you are pleasant to have, you will be happy to have delicious food rather than tasteless food. Suppose you want a car, and just now you are having a bicycle, so that is also the efficient mode of transport, you can easily go, but you want something else, you are happy to have that want fulfilled, so that want will be grouped in this category, that is pleasant sensations. These are not physically very important for your survival, but still you are very happy to have your want fulfilled. Just you can remember all the examples and you can easily then remember the definition of each formation of wants. The next one is social factors. Now the students, all the want does not come from within oneself. Now all the wants are not this arises from within ourselves. Some wants are created by changing conventions also and modes of living. Just try to understand with one example. Suppose uh, your your neighbor have purchased a branded new car, have purchased a branded new car, and now you want, when you have seen that car, now you want to purchase that same car. So this is a want which is created by our society, and now you want to purchase that same car. So this want is arises because of the social factors. When the people try to imitate means copy others, which creates social wants. So such wants are created because of the modes of conventions also. Conventions means the culture, and modes of living also. Sometimes the wants are also created because of the advertisement, so many of the wants are created because of the advertisements also. Suppose you have seen one ad of just of some good, and now you want to purchase that same good. So that is a result of the wants which is created by the social factors. So in social factors, the conventions, culture will come, modes of living will come, advertisements will also come. So when the want is created due to the social factors and not from within oneself, so that will be grouped in this category, means social factors. So I hope so you must have got all the how the wants are being formed. We have started about three categories, that is physical needs, which are very important, pleasant sensations which are not very important but we are happy to have that want, and social factors which arises because of the social society, that is known as social factors. So let's come to our next topic. I hope you must have got this topic very much clear. So let's proceed to our next topic, that is classification of wants. Now firstly there are two types of wants. Primary wants and secondary wants. Now what are primary wants? Basic necessities of life can be termed as primary wants. The basic necessities, basic needs which are very much essential for our survival can be termed as primary wants. So it's very clear. I hope you must have got what is primary want. Basic necessities of life can be termed as primary wants. Primary, the word itself suggests that it should be fulfilled first. Now it is of three types. Further it is divided into three types. The first category is wants for very essential commodities to lead one life. Now the wants for very essential commodities like food and clothing, so that is very important for our survival. Suppose if this want is not fulfilled, we will not be able to live without food and clothing. So this want is a very primary want, and this want is very essential for essential commodities. Second one is wants for the commodities to increase the efficiency of any individual. Now there are some wants which are which we need to fulfill to increase our efficiency. Efficiency means working capacity, like education and health. Through education you will be trained in doing a particular job, and if you have good health you will be able to do your job without any interruption. So hence these two are also regarded as primary want, because that is essential to increase our efficiency, to increase our working capacity. Now C1 is wants for goods to satisfy one's habit. Now third type of primary want is this. Suppose you have the habit of purchasing some good, so you can't just change that habit. Suppose a want for cigarettes for a smoker, For a smoker, for you it's not a primary want, but for a smoker who just habitually smokes every time, for a smoker the want of a cigarette is the primary want. Suppose you regularly consume uh, just consume chocolates. You regularly consume chocolates, and without chocolates you are not able to means just carry on your life. So for you chocolate is a primary want, for others it will not be a primary want. So a wants which satisfy one's habit will also be regarded as a primary want, because you are continuously, you are habitually just consuming that want. So I hope so you must have got all the definition of primary wants and also the types of primary wants. You need to remember, learn only uh, the the underlined part along with the example given in the brackets. So let's proceed to our next want, that is secondary want. Now as the name suggests that it is a secondary want, means which arises only after the satisfaction of the primary wants. When the primary wants are fulfilled, then only the secondary wants will arise. Now secondary wants are of two types: wants for comforts and wants for luxuries. Wants for comforts, wants for luxuries will arise only after the wants for comforts have been fulfilled. So comforts will be fulfilled first and luxuries will be fulfilled later on. Now what are wants for comforts? Like wants for electric fan, washing machines, micro oven, means any want, any needs which make your life comfortable, which make your life comfortable, that will be grouped in this category, wants for comforts, which make your life easy living, which make your life comfortable, which make your life just easy living, just easy living, that will be termed as wants for comforts. Like electric fans, coolers are there, air conditioners are there, washing machines are there. Now wants for luxuries, these are jewelry, these are the prestige items, these are the luxurious items which are purchased for showing off, for any status, for showing a status, for showing a prestige. Those items are purchased, like jewelry, costly cards, gems, precious stones, gems. So all these wants, all these things which are all those wants which arises to show your status, to show your prestige, to show to showing for your money, so that will be grouped in this category, that is wants for luxuries. So I hope so you must have got the two types of wants are there, primary wants and secondary wants, and also we have discussed about the types of primary and secondary wants. So let's proceed to our last topic, that is meaning of goods. Now we will discuss the meaning of goods just in this video, and just the classification of the goods, the classification of the goods will be discussed in my next video. So let's discuss the meaning of goods. Goods means, simply means the tangible or the physical commodities. Physical means which can be touched or seen. So any tangible or the physical commodities which can be touched or seen can be termed as goods. So goods means the tangible commodities which satisfy human wants. So any type of tangible commodity which we can see from our eyes, which we can touch from our hands, from a physical body, will be regarded as good, and thus the goods satisfy the human wants, and it should be able to satisfy the human want, whatever the human wanted. So those goods would be able to satisfy such human wants. So it's very easy to remember. Means the tangible commodity which can be touched or seen also, and which satisfy the human wants also. So I hope so you must have got the definition of goods. Just keep on revising, students, and keep on learning also the previous chapters. And just if you have any problem, just mention in the comment section. For this video it is the end, and just in my next video I would be discussing about the other remaining topics. Till then, be safe at home, do like and subscribe my channel, and have a nice day, students.